Just today, we are about to unload a full truck filled with abandoned live fish kept inside aquariums. All these fish were thrown away and left to die, but inside them hide a large number of dangerous creatures, and even a rare one worth over $3,000. A tank containing a precious species, and much more. You must be very curious right now about how we got all of these. In fact, they were bought from a pet store that had gone out of business, including everything inside. We paid a total price of $250, which is actually quite cheap. But for now, we still don't know exactly what's inside any of the rare fish, so we plan to inspect every single aquarium. These creatures will become more and more chaotic before we finally reach the tank, worth $3,000. We still have other fish we need to rescue. First, let's take a look at what's inside the very first tank, after we picked it up and placed it on the table. This aquarium was even marked with a toxic warning label. It also had a sign telling us not to touch. So, we absolutely need to prepare proper protection. Otherwise, if we get stung, it's going to be terrible. Then we brought in a big net to start scooping. I'm also very curious about what's inside, because the water is quite murky. You can't see anything in it at all. I kept feeling around with my hands inside. Suddenly, right at that moment, we saw something orange. And it scared us half to death. After carefully lifting it out, we didn't expect it to be a completely new species. To explain briefly, this is called a rhino fish. It is also one of the craziest predators in the ocean. These fish are extremely rare and also poisonous. Do you think it looks like a stonefish? In fact, it is actually a type of stonefish. When it sees prey, it will suddenly swallow it in one bite. Interestingly, it doesn't swim. Instead, it uses its fins to walk across the sand. After that, I placed it into a new aquarium. Then I continued scooping inside the tank. And in the corner, I scooped up another lionfish. A lionfish usually has up to 18 dangerous venomous spines. Its venom is strong enough to kill an adult predator. You can usually find them in coral reefs across many oceans. Just the rhino fish and the lionfish alone already add up to a value of nearly $1,000, which means we've basically recovered the cost. But we still have a few more tanks that we haven't scooped yet. One of those tanks looks like it contains an even larger creature. After I moved it onto the table again with my buddy Strawberry. This is definitely one of the dirtiest tanks I've ever seen. The label on it suggests that it's full of large pond creatures. So there might even be electric ones, or possibly even aggressive catfish. We have to be extremely careful. As we carefully scooped inside, we suddenly found a small rare fish. A quick explanation: this is a big-headed Luohan goldfish, a hybrid variety of goldfish. Doesn't it look incredibly cute? I then placed it into another aquarium, which will now be its new home. Right at that moment, we noticed inside the tank there was actually a large creature. So, I quickly scooped it out. It looked like a very large catfish. After checking online, it turns out this is a rare upside-down catfish. These fish typically live their lives upside down. As I continued scooping inside, I didn't expect this fish to have such a bad temper. This is a very large red-tailed catfish. They move around by using their tails. Catfish are generally one of the largest freshwater predators on Earth. They can grow over 5 feet long and weigh more than 100 pounds. They can even eat birds, frogs, and so on. This batch of fish we pulled up already exceeds a value of $250. Our luck is still pretty good. Now we continue checking the third fish tank. It's said that there is a shark inside, but whether it's true, I honestly don't know. As we continued scooping, we suddenly saw a fairly large fish. When we finally lifted it up, we realized it was a triggerfish. A clown triggerfish, one of the most beautiful fish in the entire ocean. The colors on its body are among the most vibrant, and it has huge teeth and a powerful jaw, enough to crush small crabs and more. In the end, after our scooping, it seemed we still didn't find the shark. Just when we were about to give up, suddenly we spotted a big fish. At the bottom of the tank, we finally found a big shark. We slowly lifted it with the big net. For your information, this is a cat shark. This shark actually looks very cool. These sharks are skilled hunters. I'm actually afraid this shark might eat my other fish. Finally, we also hoped something else would appear. After clearing the rocks inside the fish tank, we suddenly scooped up a pink fish. It looked extremely beautiful. Right after that, we pulled up a huge angelfish for beginners to keep. Angelfish are some of the boldest and strongest fish. We also discovered a foxface rabbitfish. After carefully lifting it up, we realized it was extremely rare and valuable. Overall, these fish are already worth more than $1,000. After placing the reef fish into the reef pond, they're truly the most beautiful fish I've ever seen. We spent only $250 and got rare fish worth many times more. This time was really worth it.